on the next episode of Sips, Suds, and Smokes.
Well, today we have 3 variety packs from 3 different breweries. See how that works? We're going to try beers, and we're going to discuss them, but we really want to focus on the pack as a whole. So, do they provide a good variety of flavors? Would they be good to take to a party?
So we got 3 variety packs. One is from Shiner, the second is from Wiseacre, and the third one is from
Southern Tier.
Southern Tier. So we've got Deep South.
There we go.
Mid South and North South.
And each variety pack has very different beer, in them. They're not all alike. So,
so
that's the way it needs to go.
Yeah, and I think part of this is going to be, would you take it to a party? Mm-hmm. What kind of party would you take it to? And how hard would you party when you got there?
We'll be right back after this break.
Brought to you almost live from the Dude in the Basement Studios. Why? Because that's where the good stuff is. It's Sips, Suds, and Smokes with your smoking host, the good old boys. Suds, Suds, Suds. It's time for more Suds.
Hey there, and welcome to another Suds segment where we say...
A lack of planning is a way of progress.
Wow.
Well, I was thinking more of give a man a fish and you'll feed him for a day. But, give a man a beer and you've got a friend for life. Yeah? No? No?
It depends on the beer. I mean, you can.
If there was variety in it, probably that would work.
Ooh, variety.
And then
what a
there's
lovely
always
word.
that one thing that nobody wants.
Yeah. That's, and we'll get more into that later.
More time with Mike?
Ooh.
What, no buzzer? I'm shocked, Dave. There you go. That's a good shot right off the bat.
Okay. And one of your hosts, good old gal Julieanna, joining me at the table today is El Jefe.
I'm filled with a variety of, people in my head today. So, yes, I am here once again in spite of a long and illustrious line of people that have signed waivers in Canada to protest. Yes.
Banned once again.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Good old boy, Sparky. Nice to see you.
He bites.
It's great to be here, and I don't get to see my kids for a month, and I'm not wearing pants. That's my new rule.
Oh my gosh.
No more pants.
So you and Brent are going for the same, you and Maid Man Brent, you're going to go just completely pantsless.
All the way.
All the way, man.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
Okay.
When's the last time Brent wore pants, though?
2003, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay. Good old boy, Dave. Hi.
Hello. Glad to be here.
No sound clips?
No, I don't care that much.
Oh, well, okay.
I would have to push a button.
I almost called Sparky Spooky, but, other than that, I am fully prepared for this episode.
Well, he could be later for you, but...
That's true. It's true.
Wow.
Hold my hand, Spooky.
All right. You old smooth talker, you.
Oh, boy. And they'll be in that corner for the rest of the duration. Okay.
Kind of gross.
It is summertime.
Summertime.
And the
living is easy.
And that means
Catfish
long
jumping.
sunny days, backyard parties, hanging out at the lake or the pool.
Is that your girlfriend or she's ugly?
Or staying inside with the air conditioning, trying to avoid sunburn and mosquito bites. Whatever your flavor is. But for most people, it's those first things that I mentioned. So when you're going to the backyard barbecue, pool party, or just hanging out, you're going to need beer.
Now,
Did she get hit by a 2x4 or kicked in the head by a horse?
wow, she's got summer teeth. Some are there, some are missing. All right, now you could just grab a couple of 6-packs of your favorite beer, and the people you're going to be with could either like it or lump it, you know. But if you actually want to be a good guest or host, you could offer up some choices.
Have an exit strategy.
You could buy countless 4 or 6-packs of different beers and spend $500. Like I do for these.
No.
Or a third option, and one we've discussed in previous episodes, is the mixed variety pack that we all have grown to love. Mm-hmm. They can let you take a few beers that give everyone some options and might leave you with enough money to buy some food too. Or drugs.
Okay. Well, today we have 3 variety packs from 3 different breweries. See how that works? We're going to try beers and we're going to discuss them, but we really want to focus on the pack as a whole. So, do they provide a good variety of flavors? Would they be good to take to a party or just to hang out with friends? Good old boy Dave, why don't you give us a lineup of these packs?
Okay, lots of reading here.
That's a word.
The variety packs we'll be tasting and discussing today are from the Spoetzl Brewery and Distillery in Shiner, Texas. Got a Shiner in Texas once. The Shiner Sunday Funday Variety 12-pack.
Funday!
We have Prickly Pear Fruit Beer, the Light Blonde Ale, and the Órale Mexican Lager. I had to Google that, by the way. From Wiseacre Brewing Company in Memphis, Tennessee, the Lager Life Variety 12-pack. Tiny Bomb American Pilsner. Memphis Sands Hellas Lager.
Hellas, yes.
They got sands in Memphis. Probably where all the body parts are hidden. And then a Rusu Rice Lager, which in Japanese means pretending to be out when someone calls.
I ain't no here.
So that's like gaslighting, I guess. And then the Sky Dog Premium American Lager. Now, from Southern Tier Brewing Company in Lakewood, New York, the Overpacked IPA Variety 15-pack. See, so they don't do 12. They go just a little bit extra. We got the IPA. We got the 2X IPA. We got the new Hazy Smooth IPA. We got the Juice Jolt Extra Juicy IPA. We got the Atomic Rush Tropical IPA. And after drinking all of these, if there's time, we might have a bonus box.
I'm really disappointed. Y'all got an IPA variety pack, but you didn't pick up a Rausch beer variety pack. I mean, you guys really missed the.
We were
the summer
tempted.
theme.
We were so tempted.
So
Yes.
let's do
Next summer.
one quick summary. So we got 3 variety packs. One is from Shiner. The second is from Wiseacre. And the third one is from
Southern Tier.
Southern Tier. So we've got Deep South,
There we go.
Mid South, and North South.
And each variety pack has very different beer, you know,
Yeah.
in them. They're all, not all alike. So,
Yeah, so-
that's the way it needs to go.
Yeah, and I think part of this is going to be, would you take it to a party? What kind of party would you take it to? And how hard would you party when you got there?
Ooh. Is that a challenge?
Yeah.
Could be. Okay. Well, thank you, good old boy Dave.
I also want Sparky to let us know at each beer, could he shotgun it?
Ooh.
I can.
Have you
trim
accepted
it.
that challenge?
Oh, I'm ready.
I think the answer is going to be yes to all of them.
All of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
After the black cherry, I don't think we need to encourage him to do anything.
All right.
I
Good old
made
boy.
plenty of room.
Good old boy Sparky, please give us the Suds ratings for today.
I'm being told to do these in, wait a second, I'm just checking my notes here, in the voices of every Jewish grandmother I've ever known.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
You know.
All right. Well, we'll be discussing these and rating these beers with these Suds ratings, plus our signature belching sounds. Here are those ratings now. Juan, that sucks. What is that on your face? Is that a blemish? You're not taking care of your skin? 2. Was that a belch? My dermatologist tells me if I have even one bit of mango, my hair will fall straight out.
That's true.
3. What a relief. Oh, you can't have a buffet at your wedding. That's so Goyish. You got to have a seated dinner. 4. A body really should not make that sound, and you're treating your body like an amusement park.
Like you need a ticket for that,
5. Listen to that hang time. Give me another. And you never call enough. I don't even know you're alive half the time.
Your brother calls.
Oh, it's always. Your brother calls all the time. I don't. Oh, yeah.
I think that's every grandmother and not just.
Are you sure? Okay, fine. Okay, so I thought maybe we would start with the smallest and work our way up. So we're going to go with the Spoetzl Brewery in Shiner.
The smallest variety pack.
Yes, the smallest variety pack,
All right.
which is 4.
Well, it's still 12 beers, yeah.
Right. So there are 3 styles, I guess, and then 4 of each, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to start with the light blonde to get things rolling, okay? And this is a 99-calorie blonde beer.
Man, so crackery.
4.2% ABV.
So I think our plan was not to rate the beer, but we're rating the pack.
Yeah, we're just
Right.
going to discuss
So
each
I'm
of
just
the
giving a
beers.
brief discussion about
Yeah.
each one before we taste it and go, let's move on.
So the
Super
blonde is
clear.
very blonde, very light. There's not a whole lot going on for that.
It's kind of a crackery finish.
Yeah,
Biscuity
there
at the
you
end.
go. Yeah.
Nothing innocuous, right? It's what you're looking for.
Just kind of goes away.
It does.
Yeah.
I wish other people I knew would go away, but still here.
Snaps. What? No, it's third.
Okay.
That's second.
And then the second one is the Órale.
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 Oral?
It's
Yes.
Orale,
Yeah, but you
as
have-
opposed to OD.
Órale.
But you say órale.
Okay. So a Mexican style cerveza brewed with agave, 4.5% ABV.
Is this a lager or?
It's a lager. It's a
Yeah.
Mexican lager.
It's like the last one, but sweeter.
It's definitely all of these are incredibly light, for sure.
I mean, you could straight up take this to a pool party. Like,
Oh, totally.
what
Yeah.
I've had so far, any pool party or go to the lake or whatever.
It'd be good for a cookout too if you're
Yeah.
just having some burgers and dogs or something like that. And
Plus,
wanted
if
to
you
kinda
got
add to.
if you're not sure if this is a beer crowd that you're going into,
Sure.
At least for the Órale or Órale or oral job or whatever it is, I feel like throwing
Sparky likes the oral lay.
Wow.
yeah. I feel like this one you might need a little bit. I'd be
Prickly
okay.
Pear lube.
Yeah. No,
Squirt a little lime in
that'll
there.
get you done soon. But I feel like lime or salt would be good with this. I
was just going to say, make this
Lime.
into a little chilada action.
Okay. We'll be back with more in just a minute. Welcome back, everyone. Today we are investigating the summer party packs and what we would take if we were invited to a party last minute.
Yeah. So I mentioned, when you're trying to, take a variety of beers, you're trying to match up with the audience, that you're going to, that event. And, variety packs can be hit exactly what you're looking for. It can be a nightmare. I've definitely done things very well and very poorly in picking a variety pack because you'll do that and then they'll put 2 IPAs and 2 imperial stouts in there and then nobody touches the imperial stouts or vice versa.
I would love to see a variety pack with 2 IPAs and 2 imperial stouts.
That's what I was just saying. Like, these are all summer variety packs. I think it'd be freaking hilarious if you put one 15% imperial stout, guaranteed.
I think probably maybe
Just one,
in some of
just
the
one.
early days of craft breweries, when people were, sticking with the, the pub, variety. It
Or
was
just
like,
jamming
there
whatever
was
they
a
had
red ale,
available.
there was a pilsner,
couldn't get rid of
there
this.
was a wheat beer, there was a stout, and they took those 4 beers.
We call this
everything,
the untouchable variety pack
Yeah.
because no one would
Yeah.
buy this stuff.
But I almost think it's like the toy in the cereal box, right? If you had like this particular variety pack of all these light summery beers, and then hidden in the corner, there's this one like you're
Like
gonna
a,
get
like a
wasted.
huge barley wine that the whole party has to just share like 1 ounce pours of.
Well,
Yeah.
and I think in this first flight, the thing that's kind of sticking out to me is definitely the Prickly Pear, fruit ale, because I think most people, when they tend to think of, when you have a fruit ale, it's going to be like super fruity,
Yeah.
and it's going to taste like, a piece of, red, multi-stripe gum or something like that,
Well, That's so I had a brewery that I was working with locally here, and they accidentally bought so much prickly pear. Like they went crazy. They made an order and they ended up getting 10 times what they thought they were going to get.
They didn't put the decimal point in.
They did not. And so it became this like never ending nightmare. They're like, hey, we just rolled out a new beer. And I'm like, let me guess. Does it involve prickly pear?
Prickly pear stout.
Which, like most people don't know prickly pear tastes like. Yes, it's fruit stripe gum, right? It's like where are you going to go with that? Oh, it's winter. You're using prickly pear? What a surprise.
Well, I don't think this one's overdone. And,
No.
I think that's what I like about this particular variety pack is I think this is definitely, stepping into the people that, are not really looking for what I call a high flavor profile beer.
Yeah.
Sure. So just to recap, we are talking about the Shiner Sunday Funday variety pack. So we had the
Could
light.
work on other days of the week too.
Yeah, sure. So we had the light blonde ale. We had the Órale. Mexican lager, and then the Prickly Pear fruit beer.
Man, that Órale beer felt really good in my mouth.
I knew it was going to happen.
I think they should call this we didn't use a lot of grain in this variety pack because these are all super light
But
beers.
do you have to?
No, I'm not. It's not an
I'm going to
insult.
call
It's
this
really-
variety pack. I don't want to take a Pilsner. That's what I would call this variety pack because it's actually the absence of a hop variety that is in this. And, I have family members that they just don't like hops, and I'm all the time, looking for a Hefeweizen or some wheat beer that
all my stupid friends drink Bud Light variety pack.
Correct.
So-
Yeah, that would work too.
We're going to ease them into craft. What was it? Dogfish had a few years back that had that summer variety pack that was a cooler. Like was that it? You just
that
poured
was the
ice
thing.
in it? That was
yeah.
so cool.
That one was a good one.
Like it's a portable cooler.
Well,
Yeah.
I like this one. I think it's a good, solid choice. I think
I
the
think
thing
you
I
could
like
take this
about
to
this,
any kind of party.
I agree with Dave. I think this would work in a lot of different places, for sure.
I'm still traumatized by prickly pear, so I'm bumping my rating down 1 note because
Okay. Well, we're
Anytime
gonna,
Mike rates something high, you have to go with that.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. I'm honored by that.
wow. Okay. Well, I think we're going to go with a 4.
Yeah.
Is it 4?
Yeah. This is
Okay.
He's never going to say 4 again the rest of the day.
No,
Yeah, that's the one you got,
we're
folks.
kind of hosed on that.
that's what you
I'm
pick.
even
Yeah.
going to give this the ultimate compliment. I'm actually going to kill all these samples. So
Nice.
Well, and the nice thing is you can pair anything with these, right?
Yeah, you could have some burgers.
good
hot
friends,
dogs.
bad friends, ugly friends.
Yeah. So would you give these to your good-looking cousins or?
Well, that's always the good, a way that I would describe to decide if I like things is, who would I give this to? So
How attractive of one of your
I would
cousins?
say this is good with people that own boats and in questionable mechanical operating capability. That would be how I would describe the Shiner variety. It's like, well, I got a boat. It runs some of the time, not right now, because well, I hauled up a big old blue catfish last week, and well, he started to chomp on the prop, and Junior he didn't know how to get it off there, so
Oh, wow.
that's
Okay.
how it happens.
Okay. Well, now we're going to move on to the Wiseacre. And Theirs is the lager life.
Now, Wiseacre
variety.
is out of Memphis.
Memphis,
Yes.
Tennessee.
The
So now
greatest aquifer on the face of the planet.
Comes for the barbecue, stay for the stab.
I think the beer that they never made there, I'm lost. Where's Bill Street? That's what it should have been named, you know?
Wow. Okay, so
It's not a happy memory for most people.
Yeah, I agree.
in this group, we have the Sky Dog Premium Lager. This is a 99 calorie lager. And the ABV, sorry, is
There was a 99 on there. Was that calories or
99 calories.
is
yes.
that right?
See, I don't buy that as a premium lager.
I will tell you that I love this pack. Before we even get into it, I seek this pack out when I'm going to parties for two reasons.
Okay.
One, it's Tennessee local.
Yeah.
Two, it's a great pack of lagers and craft lagers.
Yeah.
And so it is always something just very approachable. I can, bring to a party. I know I'm bringing something good, and it's kind of, it's something that's approachable for most people, especially Mike, like you were saying, you have people that are afraid of hops, like
Yep.
this is
definitely for a lot of that beyond Budweiser crowd. Is how I would describe this. The thing that I like about this particular choice is having Tiny Bomb in any variety pack. I am totally in. So I consider the Tiny Bomb American Lager from Wiseacre is like one of the top 5, standard pilsners for American craft beer.
Yeah.
Those of us that, do beer judging, it's right there in the BJCP guide. It actually is one of the examples.
Maybe like Mama's Little Yellow Pills.
Yep. It is a reference pilsner for sure. So I think that when I look at the things that are in this variety pack, there is the Tiny Bomb and then everything else. But the Hellas, I think, is working really well.
Yeah, I really like this Hellas.
I like the whole flight. This totally worked for me.
So, and interesting, the Skydog Lager is 4% ABV. The Tiny Bomb is 4.5. The Rice Lager is 4. And the Memphis Sands is... Yeah. No. Yeah.
Real sound effect.
but byproduct.
Is 5.1.
And again, these are all just crushable. I could
Super
shotgun
cool.
all 4 of these at once.
I'm telling you.
Sure. And I like the little sense of variety between the rice lager for those that maybe want something that's a little, dare I say, trendier, because I've seen some rice lagers come around this summer. It seems like it is the summer of rice lagers. But overall, like, this goes with anything and everything, right?
So this is
I mean,
hot
in
dogs,
terms of-
hamburgers, barbecue,
I was showing up to
Fish.
a poker night the other day, and I was going to grab this pack, and I was so mad because it was on a Saturday night, and they've only got so much cooler space in the grocery store, and there was a big hole where this pack was supposed to be, and I had to compromise and go with something else, but I really seek this pack out when I'm going to other people's places.
I think you get everybody except the I don't like beer crowd, because you can get the Bud Light, the Mick Ultra, and even craft beer people will drink these at a party because there are some very interesting flavors here.
Yeah.
But they don't overwhelm you.
Sure. I mean, you are going to sense a hop presence in these, but
Very
it's not
low,
overwhelming.
for sure.
it's more a matter of once you've had a beer that has 0 hops, you'll go, oh my gosh, this is horrible. Hops is an essential component of making really great beers. But, if you keep them in check,
balance it out.
They're going to balance out, with everything else that's going on.
Yeah.
Which is what has happened here with a lot of these lagers.
And I'll tell you another thing too is like I hate when I go out to a restaurant or something like that. Like last night I went out and I had some of the best wings I've had in Nashville. That's a bold statement, but they were just incredible. And I was looking at the wall, and as I was eating these wings, there were 2 different styles. They had just classic buffalo, and then they had this kind of sweeter, spicy sauce. but I wanted Tiny Bomb so badly
To go with it, sure.
And I was looking at the wall, and then like my other fallback was also they were out of that, but they didn't even have a handle for Tiny Bomb. And I hate to say it, I mean, it kind of crushes anything that we've got here in market locally that's made. But I mean, it's still a Tennessee beer.
Yeah, we're fortunate to have a lot of great choices in a lot of our local markets with this style of beer. But I have to say, Wiseacre is completely dialed in.
They figured it out.
And this really works. The rice lager is one that's kind of catching. I haven't had it before, so that one's kind of catching a bit of my attention. And
but in a good way, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
All four of these are completely crushable. What do you think about them, Julieanna?
I love I mean, this is like the season of lagers, right? And we all just want something that's easygoing. I just like the subtle differences of it. But honestly, the amount of flavor for a 4% beer that we're getting here, like having these four randomly, I couldn't tell the difference between the 4 and the 5.1 because they're all just so flavorful. And they have these little subtle nuances. But again, I could devour any one of them.
Well, it's like, the Sky Dog was like 99 calories. And that's what a lot of those seltzers that people drink is about 199 calories.
And I would rather drink this over a 99.
The amount of flavor they're still able to push into those beers with low calories is crazy. Like, why would you drink anything else?
I know, right?
I'm really digging
all the way.
Yeah, I'm digging this Helles Lager too. Like I love a great Helles Lager, and I mean obviously Wiseacre can do no wrong with lagers, period. But
apparently not. Yeah.
No, they can't. And that rice lager is really intriguing to me.
It's not over drying, which I tend to think of. Most rice lagers are rather drying on the back end and tend to stick out. That Sapporo, style is generally what I think of when people are doing a rice lager, and this is not that. This is way creamier and fits in really well with the rest of the variety. For sure.
Well, it does. And, if you're somebody that's really basic, you're watching your figure, God forbid if you are.
If you're a basic
and you're
bitch,
going
you're a basic bro or hoe.
Well, right. Then you got
should grab some Sprinter, from the Kardashians. Yeah.
But you've got nice options, right? Because you have two beers in this group that are 4% ABV.
Sparky's favorite is Black Cherry.
Yeah.
We shan't speak of that ever again.
But the tried and true is the Tiny Bomb because all of us have had it multiple times and that's a go-to. But then you get into the rice lager and you're like, oh, this is a little fancy, but it's still very approachable to anybody.
Well, let's rate this up because I have something bigger to talk about.
Okay.
Whoa.
We are going to rate from Wiseacre the Lager Life Variety Pack a 5.
And yes, I did hold up 5 fingers, people.
Yes. And 4 of them were his.
That really did not suck.
Oh, boy. Okay. So, what would you like to talk about?
Tell us a story, Uncle Mike.
So, it's always this very interesting things that kind of pop up on one of my, it's just kind of like a news feed that I have on my phone. And this one really, I thought was hilarious. So, this is from the Matador Network, and it is from a hilarious map that's actually produced by a group called Size Graph. It's the world's record largest thing in each state is known for. This is in the United States. So for those of you in Canada, we'll make fun of you later. So if you're looking for another boastful topic for an interstate rivalry debate, for those of you that are trapped in a car for 8 hours, which is what I'm about to do next week, check out this hilarious map from SizeGraph. The site pulled information from the Guinness World Records to share the awards given for the biggest things in each state. Any good guesses?
No.
Biggest ball of twine. Yeah, I know you were thinking that.
Oh.
So these range from things you could be proud of, like trees, lakes, animals, statues, to weird world records, such as Florida's claim to fame, which is the largest ball of what? Come on. I know you can get this one.
Biggest ball of twine in Minnesota?
It's the largest ball of human hair.
Ooh.
Is it
that
any
you're
kind
pulling
of
out
human
the
hair,
morgue,
or is it from a certain
where's the
spot?
hair coming from? I know, that's what I was thinking.
Wow.
I bet it's public hair.
So each state, except for Delaware, and the thing that I love about
Wait, except for Delaware?
Yeah, so I circled this within all of our cast members, and Kendall was the first one to chime in and going, well, is Delaware a real state? I mean, is it big enough to be able to do the biggest of anything? So I thought that was hilarious. So it's, anyway, so California holds the dubious honor of the largest flock of birds ever to invade a house. I don't know what kind of birds they were. Yeah, I know.
To invade a house.
To invade a house. I would have thought it would have been like blackbirds or robins or some songbird or, or martins, purple martins we have, at least here in the South.
They wet their nests.
Quite a bit. Yeah.
I bet it was seagulls.
Let's see.
Wait, where was that band Flock of Seagulls from? Were they? No, they weren't.
It was actually thousands of swifts that took over a Pasadena chimney.
Taylor and her family?
I was going to say, I saw a whole concert about that.
Let's see. So, then in Indiana is known for its enormous high heel race, which in 2010 saw a staggering 967 participants strut their stuff. So, how many ER calls came out of 967 participants?
Since it's Indiana, I'm guessing only 3 of them were women.
Okay.
So,
well, there was that one bearded chick. Yeah. So,
oh my gosh.
Let's see. Then there is Montana. Meanwhile, celebrates a decidedly different kind of giant. Of course, the land of Big Sky, the world's largest
Testicle
festival. That's right, where brave souls can
Testicle
sample
Festival.
Bull's testicles.
I heard
Mountain oysters.
I heard that Florida had the world's largest book burning festival. I hear that's a
yes, it's every Tuesday.
Ooh.
In
Nice.
County Square.
Lovely.
Ooh, wow. Okay, what does Pennsylvania have?
We're getting to the point where you can do requests.
Okay,
I'm not there yet.
Okay.
Texas takes the cake, quite literally, as a massive diaper cake built in Cedar Park in 2020 using a whopping, guess how many diapers? Go ahead.
What the hell's a diaper cake?
50,000 diapers.
Mike, that's kind of crappy.
Wait, 50,000.
Oh,
is that made for like sextuplets or something?
So Florida's record is a bit more unusual. Sunshine held the title of the world's human hair. I talked about that one. So even our canine companions got in the action. Colorado hosted the biggest dog wedding ceremony in 2007.
Dog wedding?
We'll take requests right after the break.
To be continued. Welcome back, everyone. Today we're investigating different summer variety packs, but at the moment,
we're talking
little boy
It's all
Mike
about
has got
something
story
bigger,
time.
bigger
Yeah.
and better. So,
Bigger.
So since we've had a bit of a break, I will take requests. Name any state, and you can help me guess what is the biggest thing in that state?
Arkansas.
Arkansas. It is going to be a collection of ice cream freezers.
Biggest collection of ice
the only
cream
thing
freezers.
I can see is like in divorce court. It's like, why are you divorcing Earl? Because he has like 432 freezers.
No, no. You know how that conversation really went was like, ma'am, why do you want 432 ice cream freezers in the divorce settlement? Because he wants them.
That's right. I want half of them.
What about Utah?
Utah, all right. The land of no alcohol.
Biggest collection of wives.
Yeah. Let's see.
Largest collection of
It
magic
is the largest
underpants.
collection of macaroni and cheese.
That tracks.
Oh my goodness.
How do you collect macaroni and cheese?
That's as bland. That's as bland as you get there. I'm here.
There's no dairy cows in the state of Utah. I mean, where do they get the? I don't know.
Wow.
That's government cheese. My
Hoarding.
friend.
Yeah,
All
that
right,
must
Dave.
be hoarding.
How about it? What's your request?
Oh, I already did.
You did Arkansas. How about it?
I got to go with my home state of Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Oh, this could be super dangerous. You know, I'm going to just make something up, right? So, let's see. Oh my God. So it is the largest collection of bobbleheads. You would have thought you would have thought it would have been in New York, you know?
Right.
I think bobbleheads actually started at Yankee Stadium.
When I looked at that, are you sure it's the biggest collection of bobbleheads or it's the largest bobblehead?
I don't know.
I thought it was like the largest.
I think it's the largest bobblehead.
Bobblehead, not bobblehead.
The largest bobblehead.
What's that? I think his name
I'm going
is.
to let you guys look that up
Isn't
and
his
send
name
us a note.
I thought like
Isn't his name
Pennsylvania's
Fetterman
thing was
or
like the
something?
largest
I don't know.
underground fire. I feel like that's their claim to fame.
I think the thing I wonder
right?
about these lists is, you know, do you at a community development meeting, do you come together and go, listen, we need a little better marketing. What are we going to come up with?
Here's what's going to put us on the map.
This is what's going to put us on the map. Exactly. You know, it's like there's that one guy in the back of the room that got that funny guy that like looks off to the left.
Got his lazy
an
eye.
idea. You know,
Biggest bobblehead ever.
We're going to have the most toilets in any county within a 10-state region.
I think
Turlets.
Missouri has the
Turlets.
we're going to
biggest.
have a toilet in every single room that you're going to walk into.
Isn't Missouri the biggest hot dog cart or something like that?
Let's see.
Yeah, it's something crazy.
Let's see. Missouri was yes, it was hot dog carts.
Seriously?
Yes.
Okay.
So use this knowledge for good, people.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
And
yes.
a little bit of entertainment
what?
while you're enjoying a good variety pack.
Since this is the summer, this is about get out and visit America and see these gigantic things.
Do
in every
something that
state.
will put your town on the map.
Right.
That's right.
All right, let's drink a beer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the third variety pack that we have
Excuse me.
is from Southern Tier
Lakewood, New
in
York.
Lakewood, New York, and it's the Overpacked IPA variety. So,
Welcome to the land of hops.
okay, well, they've got 5, and this is nice that they went ahead and did 5 varieties.
A little extra.
Yeah. So they range in the New Haze Hazy Smooth IPA is 6% ABV. The Hoptomic Rush Tropical IPA is 6.5. The IPA is 7. The double IPA is 8.2. And then the Juice Jolt Extra Juicy is 6.8.
Wow, I really hate the last one.
Yeah, I was going to say,
That
I
is
really,
bad.
I think I may have mixed up my particular order, but one of these like tastes like a tropical juice
Yes,
box or
that is
something.
exactly right.
Okay,
It's
is
like
that-
somebody put Hawaiian.
That's got to be juice. That's got to be Juice Jolt.
Okay,
Oh my
it is.
gosh.
It is juice jolt. Yeah.
Gotta be.
Oh, wow. The aroma on the Juice Jolt is
You know what it reminds
like
me
a
of?
tiki drink.
Yeah, it reminds me of Hawaiian Punch Fruit Juicy Red.
It
Do they
does.
still even make that anymore?
100% does.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the stuff they had to take off the market because it gave you cancer. No, it was red number 69.
Well,
I grew up with that stuff.
My
I don't
first
even know what's-
impression is this really misses the mark. And I think
pack?
that it does because it just, I don't know, it just feels like a knockdown,
I think you're
bourgeois kind of experience for IPAs. I mean, I can think of, at least 20 or 30 other breweries that would just absolutely smoke,
I think this is
variety
a
pack.
very niche party that you would be going to take this.
Yeah, I would say,
fair.
I don't, it,
Well, I think you'd be going to like a
It's
World
all
of
over the
Warcraft.
place. It's all over the place.
And then you throw in the juice box thing, to just a
That
wang
thing went
event. It's
so
like
sideways.
Yo, Larry, I want you to try this one. Just hang on a second? Let me get my phone up, and now I'll record. Go ahead, take a sip. It's
Well,
like
so I think part of this too, Mike, is like when you think about these variety packs, and we've talked about this before, are they meant to be like a cool way to take a variety of beers, or are they a marketing ploy to just push out a bunch of your stuff that maybe you
or to get rid of stuff that's not
Right.
selling. Just repackage
And I think
it.
the first two kind of hit the mark of, oh, these are good variety beers, and but I think this one maybe
Is kind of nichey.
yeah, and I think it's more.
I think. I mean, I like to try a variety of IPAs, and there's a brewery here in town. I think a Tailgate off the top of my head. It seems like they've always got like 72 IPAs at any given moment, right? And if you like, I'll just stick with the like the first two for me, like the single IPA and the double IPA. Like the single IPA is a very traditional malty backbone, pretty well balanced. The double IPA, that's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right. And then
pedestrian would be the word I would use.
And then the record scratches.
Oh yeah.
We're in uncharted territory, and we go through the haze, and it's interesting. Like
I would buy like the Lagunitas variety pack all day long and twice on Sunday over this.
Is there a Lagunitas variety pack? Because I would drink the snot out of that.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've seen one.
I don't know if
lately.
I've seen one either, but I would. That is exciting to me because
I don't think
know
you've
that they
seen
can
it
do
since
whatever
like
they do really well.
2014, maybe.
Yeah. I guess so. Maybe that's not currently available right
now.
You're
but
fine.
My
point is that I just think that there are much better IPA flights that I've run into than this.
100%. You're absolutely right. Because I think. And look, there's some, we know some breweries that do hazies incredibly well, right? And there's some that do like
I would never
West
take this
style.
to a beer geek, gathering whatsoever. I would take this
when we start getting the Treehouse Julius variety pack. Let me know.
Can we go back to this juice jolt thing? What the heck is in there?
I don't want to go back.
I think
to
somebody just poured a Dolb, fruit cup.
Well, that's what I'm asking. Is there actual juice in this?
I think you hit it. I think there's actually Hawaiian punch in there.
Let's rate this one up. We got one bonus one to get to, so I'm gonna give this.
We're gonna go with a 2. And okay, so the Shiner, anywhere you would go, anywhere in the US, it would be very pleasable, right? Because it's very non-offensive. Light lagers can go with anything. Now, the Wiseacre kind of upped the ante a little bit in terms of flavor, but still very inoffensive, can go with a lot of variety of foods anywhere in the US, really. You know what I mean? Now, with the Southern Tier, I'm thinking, okay, so this is like New York. IPAs are still very heavily available and predominant in New York, like in the Northeast, Mid-Atlantic area, right? Because we're still kind of juicy IPA-ish.
Yeah.
So are they trying to appease to the masses up there in that neck of the woods? I don't know. I'm just trying to think about it from a geographical standpoint.
I almost think it's more about.
Or do you think they're trying to push out stuff?
I think it's just like, hey, we need to come up with 5 IPAs to cram into this box. Okay. No problem.
That's it.
And I'll tell you, it's.
Because the way they even framed it on the box is it's overpacked. It's the
well, okay, and I get that, but I think they would have done well with just the 4 and leaving the juice jolt out of it.
What's in the juice jolt? Does it say?
It doesn't say, except that it's tropical flavors.
I would say that it's offensive to everyone except people in Iowa.
Wow. Sorry.
Banned once again.
There you go.
I will tell you this one other thing about when you're buying these variety packs. Be very careful of buying outdated stuff.
Yeah. Variety packs are a dumping ground for stale beer.
Well, also, in 2 of the stores I went to when I was looking at these things, the Brewdog Winter variety pack was available
2 years ago.
So I'm not going to name names, but there's a distributor here in Nashville that takes all their stale, out-of-date beer. They build these variety boxes for World Market. And World Market, I don't know if this is the case now, but years ago, they used to sell them hand over fist.
Don't give it away, but that's the next similar questionable decisions. So.
And that was their dumping ground. Because people go like, ooh, beer variety pack. Just grab them. And it was
beers of the world.
2 and 3 and 4 years old. But yeah, you're absolutely right. You got to watch out for that because that is.
So let's rate this and talk about the bonus.
We already rated it.
Okay.
You have not told us what this is.
No.
Let me guess. This tastes like actually a hard seltzer variety pack.
No, it is actually a cider variety pack.
Oh, okay.
And the cider is from Lafayette, Colorado.
Lafayette.
And it was founded by two guys from Michigan that met in Denver in 2011 and bonded over Michigan football and a common love of cider.
These are not terrible.
So the cider is stem cider. And we have a hibiscus, 4.3%. We have a real dry, 6.8%.
Yeah, that one is really dry. Yeah.
Okay. And then we have a pear at 5.3%.
And the reason we added this one is because sometimes you go to a party, not everybody is a beer person. Maybe you take something.
Well, and
for the non-beer people.
The thing that I am getting used to navigating is I actually have a close family member that has celiac disease.
Yes.
I mean, and
gluten,
it's
it's
not like, a fad thing. He really, he really breaks down badly when he has gluten. And so I've gotten a lot better over time at looking at alternative, and I think being a lot more sensitive, to him navigating that in life in general, you know, and I don't like him to come to something I'm hosting and he didn't have anything.
Yeah.
I will say that he is definitely a DuPont fan all the way, which is, rock the house.
Yep.
But, I think the thing I love about this pack is I think it does a great job of displaying the wide variety of things, in cider profiles. I'm sorry I declared it as a hard seltzer earlier. I should have picked up on that much better. But the thing I like is that this is not like shades of cider. Each one of these is very distinctive, and you're really getting such a good variety.
I will say on the very dry one, like I love dry ciders. It's interesting because it is a dry cider, but it's also very tart. Like typically when I've had dry ciders, it not as tart, and I actually kind of enjoy that too. It kind of really balances well with the dryness.
I like the pear one. I think the sweetness of pear really comes through, and it's
That's
really
the second
nice.
one.
Yeah.
I love the cherry one. I don't think it's overdone. Is it cherry or
hibiscus?
Hibiscus.
All right, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it tastes just like cherry. So
there you go. Yeah.
Oh boy. No,
but it's a tasty,
Yeah, this is a nice, tasty little pack. And honestly, I think we fail to remember that cider can be good and cider can be brought to a gathering. You know what I mean?
Cider house rules.
Well, so we had a close friend that has been producing great beer for a long time, that a sour beer line, and just kind of jumped into, actually doing,
I haven't had those
ciders, in a very big way. And I guess, when I've talked with other brewers, the thing is they've been chasing the market, which has been, all the rage of hard seltzers. And
seltzers, non-alcoholic.
I think that they are
drinks.
missing out, on a whole group of people that they were not doing ciders or sizers, to bring out some variety, because yes, you do get people that walk into a brewery and go, I don't like beer, or I'm allergic to like grains and wheat and everything else, on the free planet, so, I do, and sometimes, they actually put on, kegged wines, instead, which I understand why they would do that.
I always enjoy ciders. I always have that during Passover for me, because we're not supposed to have grains. So I'm always like, well, I can't crack open a beer, but I can kind of technically crack open a cider.
Yeah,
so that's when I enjoy them the most.
Well, and if you go to a wine oriented thing and you want to take something that's not wine, cider's often a really good alternative.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think this stem variety pack has done really well. We're going to rate this a 4. And just as a quick recap, the Wiseacre variety pack, we rated a 5. Sure.
Yep.
The stem cider and the Shiner, we rated a 4.
Yep.
And then sadly, the Southern Tier was
Not.
Way in the south.
was a little less. Okay.
So enjoy your variety.
Yeah.
It's the spice of life.
Yeah,
Sure.
for sure. I like this. This is a good way to embrace. Yeah, there you go. I knew you were going to do that. My goodness.
Well,
$100 fine. I'm gonna
What a great episode. Good old boy Mike, thanks for being here.
Hey, thanks for joining us here on Sip, Suds, and Smokes. Come back and enjoy another less than exciting episode. I'll ask you to keep on sipping.
Good old boy Sparky, thanks for being here.
Still not wearing pants.
That's good. That's good. We're so proud. Good old boy Dave.
Does it feel better with cider?
You want to be daddy? Said it? You want to wear the daddy pants?
Maybe he'll wear the daddy pants later. This is Gal Julieanna. Keep on chuggling and catch you next time.
Wait, is there more cider?
We hope you enjoyed this episode. If you're listening to us online, do yourself a favor and tap.
Just tap it in.
The subscribe button.
Give it a little tappy. Tap, tap, tap-a-roo.
The easiest way to listen to our show is to ask Siri, Alexa, Google, Uncle Larry, or whoever it is that talks to you on your phone. Play podcast Sip, Suds, and Smokes. We love your feedback, and you can reach us at info@sipsudsandsmokes.com. Our tasting notes flow out on Twitter and Instagram with our handle @SipSudsAndSmokes, and our Facebook page is always buzzing with lots of news. You'll also be able to interact with the thousands,
millions, and millions
of other fans on those social media platforms. Do us a favor. Take the time to rate this episode if you're listening to us online. That's a big help to us, and we get to see your feedback as well. Come back, join us for another episode, and keep on sipping.
This has been a one-tan hand production of Sip, Suds, and Smokes, a program devoted to the appreciation of some of the finer slices of life. From the Dude in the Basement Studios, your hosts, the Good Old Boys, will see you all next time.